Hi, welcome back to Scentuality. Today I have another review for the Perfumers World. I, have nothing negative to say about Perfumers World in terms of the quality of their oils. However, today I am going to talk about their Lab Essentials Starter Kit. I decided I would order it and, just see what it was about. So basically what you get for your money is 25 mixing pots, 25 glass amber bottles, 2 packs of smelling strips, 2 packs of mini smelling strips, 1 self-assembly staircase shelf, 1 formula book, 1 12ml perfume bottle with sprayer, 2 3ml clear glass sprayers, 1 pack of mixing sticks, and a free Perfumers World pen. Now that all costs $25. Do I think that it's worth the money? No. I mean, it's not that much money, but yeah, is there anything in this kit that you really need in order to start making perfume? No. I started making perfume without any of that. So you definitely don't need it. It's definitely aimed at the consumer. And yeah, not much money, but it's still your money at the end of the day. And you don't want to be throwing it away. So what's the worst thing in this kit? I guess it's the staircase shelf. Terrible. I at least thought it would be made of plastic, but it's made of cardboard. Really fiddly cardboard. It's hard to put together. It doesn't stay together very well. It's very, very flimsy. Wind would blow it away. Yeah, how can you use it? I guess you could use it, like I am. I've got it on my desk. I guess I could use it for putting my oils on when I'm making a perfume, Get a selection of oils from my cabinet, put them on my desk on this shelf. I know where they are. I can just reach, get one, make my perfume. However, I can also see myself knocking this off my desk and then potentially smashing some of the bottles and losing some oil. So yeah, it's really terrible. I was really disappointed when I saw that, and it's really worth a mention because it really is, there's just no point in it. There's no thought gone into it at all. It would have cost nothing to make, and yeah, it's like a slap in the face basically. Now you get the mixing pots, you get 25 of them. I'm not quite sure if these are reusable because it's really difficult to get the smell of oils out of plastic. I would, assume you would definitely have to put them into a dishwasher, but whether or not they would be reusable, I'll have to see. But I don't have a lot of faith in them. Now the amber bottles, you're always going to need amber bottles because you're going to need to dilute materials, and these bottles come with pipettes, so you might want to transfer oils from a bottle without a pipette into one of these bottles because it just makes administering your oils that bit easier. You don't have to rely on plastic pipettes or one solitary glass pipette if you are cleaning it in ethanol in between each use. So yeah, that can be really, really useful. However, I do have an issue with their pipettes because they have these orange plastic tops, the bit that you squeeze in order to suck the oil up the glass part of the pipette and to squeeze it out again. And I've had about 5 or 6 oils and the orange part has melted, and in a couple of cases it's practically went into the oil, which obviously would be devastating because your oil would be contaminated and you wouldn't be able to use it anymore, which would cause you more expense. It would just really put your nose out because it's really horrible when you're wasting oil, especially if the oil's expensive. If you accidentally spill some, if you accidentally knock one on the floor like I did a week or 2 ago with some lovely champignon oil, which made my room smell like mushrooms for days. So yeah, it's not foolproof. Something could go wrong there. It certainly has with me. So are these worth the money? No, not really. There's better products out there. Amber bottles, no matter where you buy them from, very, very cheap, inexpensive, and you can buy them from lots of different places. So I'm not that impressed with them. The smelling strips, yeah, smelling strips, you can use smelling strips. Again, very inexpensive. I would say though, I haven't seen them cheaper anywhere else. If you want to buy these from the Perfumers World separately, not in this kit, they only cost a couple of dollars, $2 or $3 or something. So they are really cheap, and if you get them off Amazon, they are more expensive. So I guess they are worth the money, but do you need these in order to make perfume? No. The little mixing sticks that they give you are basically just cocktail sticks, which you can buy. inexpensively from any kind of supermarket. So you're not really getting anything that you can't get your hands on. The Perfumers World formula book is just a notebook. It's just blank bits of paper. There's nothing extra in there, nothing that would be helpful. I've survived just by having a notebook and just writing the name of my material, how many drops I've added and the weight of those drops. This formula book is basically just the same. It has those same headers and it's just blank bits of paper, and you don't really get a lot of bits of paper in there. So I wouldn't really say that was worth the book neither. So yeah, I mean, all in all, is it worth the money? I mean, the mixing pots, the amber bottles, I mean, you do get a decent 12 milliliter perfume bottle. That's decent, you know, I'll definitely use that. I was really, you know, I wasn't too impressed with the color in the imagery on the website. It was gold. I really hate the color gold, but when it came, it was a really nice, sleek blue color. So I was really happy with that. You get the 2-3 milliliter bottles, you know, which you might as well not put in there, what you're going to do with them. And that's it really. So yeah, not that impressed really. I can't say how that was worth the money. Definitely seems like it's aimed at the consumer. It's not really there to help you. As I said, you know, all of these things couldn't have cost very much money to make. They're basically just cardboard, plastic, you know, there's a bit of paper in there, there's a bit of card, and there's a bit of wood with the cocktail sticks. But yeah, definitely not worth the money. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about is basically, as I've said, I've ordered about 5, maybe 6 times from the Perfumers World. Never had any problems at all. They always say that their packages aren't really held up in customs because they supply all of the safety data, information. They provide an invoice, etc. It tells you everything that's in the box, and it also tells you that, you know, the person who is receiving the package is a student of perfumery. And as I said, I've ordered like 5 or 6 times, never had a problem. However, this time my package got held at customs and I had to pay an extra 36 euros something just to get my package delivered, which, you know, really put my nose out of joint. It was really annoying. I had just spent $100 on this order. Now, normally that would cost me $20 for delivery, but at the moment you get free delivery if you spend $100 or more. So I didn't have the delivery, but then to end up paying more than what I would have paid for delivery just to get my package out of customs, yeah, it just really annoyed me. And, you know, in my annoyance, in my anger, I emailed Perfumers World, and a gentleman very kindly replied to me and offered me $40 off my next order. But the thing that I realized when I got my package was that it didn't have any of the safety information. It didn't have an invoice with it. It didn't have any of that information that they include with the package that helps facilitate the customs clearance and ensures that you don't have to pay any extra money. So I'm thinking maybe that's a mistake on their part, and that's why my package got held, because they didn't include that information this time, because my package was just a box with my oils in. It didn't have an invoice, nothing to corroborate my order that I could cross-reference to make sure that I got everything that I paid for. So yeah, I'm really thinking, you know, is that why? But this is sort of a point that I want to talk about with regards to the Perfumers World, because I've ordered a handful of times, and on each time I've had a different standard. You know, the oils have always been packaged differently. Sometimes I've had 2 seals on the oils to prevent leakages. Sometimes there's been more than 2, sometimes there's been none. And on the occasion that there was none, I had an oil that leaked. And yes, they sent me a replacement straight away, but just an inconsistent service there, an inconsistent product, you know. So I'm not sure what that's about. I'm not sure how it can be so different each time. But as I say, I really do want to underline that the quality of their oils is not in question here. I've never had a problem with their products in terms of essential oils, absolutes, molecules. I've always been very pleased with them, and they are cheap. They're the cheapest I've come across. They definitely are still the most accessible vendor in terms of the beginner perfumer. They're definitely the best place to start, the most inexpensive place to start, and they have a really good selection of essential oils, absolutes, and molecules. So I still think they're the best place to go, but yeah, they do seem to have some issues with the consistency of their service, and obviously I've had this bad experience with customs, so I wouldn't like to think that that's going to happen every time now, and if it did, I definitely couldn't order from them anymore because it's just costing more money. But yeah, that's it basically. I just wanted to really go over the Lab Essentials kit. I thought it would be worthwhile ordering one because essentially my channel is aimed at beginners, and it's just basically a resource for information. So yeah, I really wouldn't recommend that you buy this. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back shortly with another video. I've got some formulas to share. I've got some of that lovely champignon oil now, and I'm dying to make that perfume and share it with you. And yeah, I've got lots of other things in the pipeline. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'm always appreciative, and have a nice day.